6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister and the military leadership at a meeting in Islamabad have discussed the national security situation and professional matters of the armed forces. The Malaysian Prime Minister will arrive in Islamabad tomorrow on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. Islamabad and Beijing have committed to build a closer Pakistan-China community of shared future in the new era. Pakistan-European Union political dialogue held in Islamabad today discussed the entire spectrum of bilateral relations and regional and global issues. New Zealand's Prime Minister has announced to broadcast the upcoming Friday's Azan live on national television and radio across the country. In occupied Kashmir, normal life was crippled today due to a protest shutdown against the killing of a school principal in police custody in Srinagar yesterday. And now the news in detail. The Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee, General Zubair Mahmood Hayat, and all the three services chiefs called on the Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today. They discussed national security situation and professional matters of the armed forces. The Malaysian Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad arrives in Islamabad tomorrow on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. He's paying the visit at the invitation of Prime Minister Imran Khan. The Malaysian Prime Minister will be accompanied by a high-level delegation, including several leading businessmen. During his stay, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad will be the guest of honor at the Pakistan Day Parade on the 23rd of March. The Malaysian Prime Minister's bilateral engagements also include a call on the President, Dr. Arif Alvi, and one-on-one meeting with the Prime Minister Imran Khan, followed by delegation-level talks. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, says the government has an ambitious and people-centric agenda for socio-economic development of the country. Talking to a delegation from Harvard University, USA, who called on him in Islamabad today, he said this agenda is the driving force behind our foreign policy. The President said these broad-based socio-economic reforms are aimed at creating sustained growth that will lead to greater employment opportunities for our youths. The President stated that Pakistan is a strong proponent of peace in the region and assured that the government will continue its efforts for regional peace and stability. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, saying the mega project is contributing to the country's economic development and prosperity. He was talking to the director of the Central Foreign Affairs Commission Office of the Communist Party of China, Yang Jiechi, in Beijing today. The foreign minister expressed satisfaction over the deliberations in the first strategic dialogue between Pakistan and China, reflecting complete convergence of views on issues of mutual interest. The Chinese leader assured the foreign minister of his full support in building closer Pakistan-China community of shared future in the new era. Talking to the Vice President of Huawei Technologies in Beijing today, the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Pakistan is offering multiple incentives to the technology-based companies for investment in the country. The Vice President of Huawei Technologies said Pakistan is an emerging market in the field of technology. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Pakistan and China are committed to building a closer Pakistan-China community of shared future in the new era. In a tweet today at the conclusion of his visit to China, he said Pakistan and China will jointly work for greater connectivity through the Belt and Road Initiative, of which CPAC is an integral part. The Economic Coordination Committee has approved the release of funds for rehabilitation of temporarily displaced persons of North Waziristan. The committee held its meeting in Islamabad today with the Finance Minister Asad Umar in the chair. The meeting approved technical support grant of over 202 million rupees for Capital Administration and Development Division and over 12 million rupees for Pakistan shares abroad in favor of Ministry of Federal Education and Professional Training. The chairperson, Pakistan People's Party, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and the co-chairperson of the party, Asif Ali Zardari, appeared before teams of the National Accountability Bureau in Islamabad today and recorded the statements in the Park Lane estate case. The two Pakistan People's Party leaders arrived at the NAB headquarters amid heightened security of police. NAB teams investigated the two and gave them a questionnaire to answer. The Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry has asked the top PPP leadership to seek an apology over the actions of its workers who attacked the police force during the appearance of Pakistan People's Party Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and party's co-chairman Asif Ali Zardari before the National Accountability Bureau. In a video message today, he said the attack by a dozen PPP workers injured 4 policemen and 2 cameramen. At least 6 Levies forces personnel were martyred in a terrorist attack on the Levies checkpost in Sanjavi area of Ziyarat district today. According to the Deputy Commissioner Ziyarat, Levies force personnel were performing duty when the terrorists opened fire at the checkpost at Lal Khatai in Sanjavi area. This is Radio Pakistan. The 5th session of Pakistan-European Union political dialogue was held in Brussels today. The Foreign Secretary Temina Janjua led the Pakistan side, while the European Union delegation was represented by the Deputy Secretary European External Action Service, Johan Christophe Billiard. The entire spectrum of Pakistan-European Union relations, including global and regional issues, were discussed in the meeting. Prime Minister Imran Khan has lauded the courage of a female New Zealand national of Pakistani origin, Ambereen Naeem, who said in a television talk show that she felt pity for the Christchurch attacker who killed 50 people, including her husband and son, last Friday. Ambereen Naeem said she felt sorry for the attacker because he had hate in his heart, while her husband, named Rashid, and son had a heart full of love, so they sacrificed their lives to save others. New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has announced to broadcast Azan on its national television and radio on Friday. Talking to newsmen in Christchurch, she also announced to observe a 2-minute silence on Friday to mark 1 week since Christchurch terrorist attack. In occupied Kashmir, normal life was crippled due to a protest shutdown against the killing of a school principal, Rizwan Asad, in police custody at the infamous torture center cargo camp in Srinagar yesterday. The call for the strike was given by the Joint Resistance Leadership and supported by trade bodies and Kashmir Bar Association. All shops and other business establishments were closed, while public transport was off the roads in Srinagar and other district headquarters. A young and leading Afghan cricketer, Rashid Khan, has been announced as UNICEF Afghanistan's national ambassador. The announcement was issued by the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund in Kabul today. Israeli forces, in their fresh act of state terrorism, have martyred 1 Palestinian in Abwan village of the West Bank. In Somalia, 4 people have been killed in an airstrike near the Somali town of Yoji. The American Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has renewed calls for a resolution to a festering dispute between Qatar and 4 other Arab nations, all of them America's partners in the Middle East. Mike Pompeo told reporters at a news conference with Kuwait's Foreign Minister Sabah Al-Khalid As-Sabah that we need the Gulf countries working together on the complex set of challenges that face each of them. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain thunderstorm with light snowfall over the hills is expected at isolated places in Quetta, Yobe Division, and Gilgit-Baltistan. To end the news, here once again are some of the headlines. The Prime Minister and the military leadership at a meeting in Islamabad have discussed national security situation and professional matters of the armed forces. The Malaysian Prime Minister will arrive in Islamabad tomorrow on a 3-day visit to Pakistan. Islamabad and Beijing have committed to build a closer Pakistan-China community of shared future in the new era. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. And you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.